Mental health is often overlooked, but it's a growing problem in our society. Schools are seeing higher suicide rates than they ever have. What is our school doing to combat this problem?
We have probably one of the best support systems I know of, okay? In addition to our guidance department, which is your first line of general support, we've hired an adjustment counselor, okay? In addition to the new adjustment counselor, we have a full bridge staff, which the bridge program is designed to transition kids back into school after being absent for a stretch of time for a variety of reasons: mental health, physical health, vacation, whatever the case may be, okay? But that's staffed by 2 school psychologists, all right, who have a caseload of students, as well as special ed teachers, all right, and regular ed teachers, all right? So a lot of times what we find is that schoolwork and the demands of school cause stress and anxiety, and the bridge program helps you manage that, as well as our adjustment counselor, as well as our guidance department.
It sounds like we have a lot of great resources at Burlington High School to help students with mental health problems. However, do our students know that we have these resources? Did you know that we have 2 school psychologists?
I didn't know we had 2. I knew we had 1 because they try to help people who do not want their help even a little bit.
I did not know that. No.
No idea. Absolutely not.
No, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
And this is where our problem lies. We have the resources, but no students know what we actually have. So when kids are struggling, they don't know where to go, and they end up being alone.
Definitely resources, but they're not vocal about it. Like, they are, but they aren't. I know there's some counselor that you can go to, but I've only heard about it from people who have gone to them, and it's not like teachers are very like, oh, if you need help about mental health or stress, then go to them. Like, they're not, all they say is like, just find somebody outside of school.
The severity of this mental health crisis is shown through the book What Made Maddie Run by Kate Fagan. Madison was a girl who had virtually a perfect life. She was very, very happy in high school. She was a competitive athlete and then ended up running D1 at UPenn. And it was something that she never struggled with before until she got to college. And her anxiety and depression got so bad that she ended up taking her life because she felt that there was no one there to help her, and she just felt so alone in everything. And it got to the point where she was seeing a therapist, but she felt that the resources that her school provided weren't enough, and that the therapist that she talked to that the school provided didn't care, and she didn't connect to them. Unfortunately, there's so many kids taking their lives because they don't have the resources in their schools to get help that they need. According to Rogers Behavioral Health, 1 in every 5 people will suffer from a mental health disorder.
I feel like every time I go to the guidance department, they act as though I'm a burden to be there and that they don't want to help me in any way.
In addition to all of the programs that Burlington High School has to offer, they also do a wellness day once a year for the past 2 years to help students de-stress and give them a day off. Although this day has been added to our school year, some students and faculty think that it is too little too late.
So upcoming on the 11th, we have our second wellness day that we're doing, which is just a break from our typical activities where students can, de-stress, have kind of leisurely activities and things that are of interest to them, more so than just traditional curriculum.
I don't think our wellness day is effective. I think it's an opportunity for kids to skip school. That's what I'm planning on doing. I just think a day, just like one day out of the year to really focus on mental health isn't enough for kids that need it. Like, I think one day just isn't good enough for that, because playing a game of Uno isn't going to solve the problems that kids face.
I think Wellness Day is different, but in a positive way. And I think it would have more of an impact on people who like stress with school and like who have mental health if it were occurring more throughout the school year than just one day of the year.
No, I think Wellness Day causes more anxiety than it helps. It's just a lot of pressure to find with your friends. Things fill up quick. You don't know what you're doing, as well as there's so much schoolwork that you're missing out on. We only have like a few weeks until the AP exams, and we're skipping a day.
Now that we saw what Burlington High School does for mental health in their students, let's take a look at what other schools do across the country. A lot of schools use a multi-tiered system that provides different levels of intervention for different students. For example, they'll have the first level where they get a student to come into the office to check in with them every once in a while, and then the highest level goes up to bringing in a parent and having daily check-ins every morning before school. They also, a lot of schools provide school therapists and guidance counselors, a lot of people that students can talk to about how to combat anxiety. This strategy is used throughout Nebraska, as shown in the documentary The Mind Inside. It has also been catching on throughout America, as the American School Counselor Association has been recommended that schools across America start adopting this new strategy. Based on all the interviews that I have conducted over the past few weeks and all of my research, I definitely think that our school has great options for students when they're struggling with mental health, and we have a lot of resources. However, the faculty does not tell students what we do offer, and most students don't know that we have psychologists that they can go to, and most students don't know what the Bridge program does or why it's there. We also don't do anything for the general public. Like, most students don't know how to cope with stress, which is typically why they're starting to get anxiety attacks or have anxiety. So we definitely need to put something in place to teach students how to deal with stress when they have a large workload.
That's a good question, because you always feel like there's something more you can do. I think you know, no system in place is perfect, so I think you're always looking to improve. But what I would say is we really do provide quite a support system for those in need. I think we have a lot of qualified people and personnel to help students involved. Is there more things we could do? Yeah, we probably could maybe have some. I know in the Bridge room they have a curriculum. Every Wednesday they do certain things, and there are de-stressors, there are exercises, there is breathing, there's meditation, there's all kinds of things that they do. I think probably one of the things, if we would have we should provide more of that for the general student population, and maybe just not necessarily the Bridge student. Of course, the Bridge students are identified as students who probably need more support. But at the end of the day, everyone probably needs more support, and maybe we could make that more open or an option for students.
Together, we can end the stigma, fight to de-stress, and get our friends the help they need.